I know you all are wondering why I've called you here today, and it is my pleasure to take this occasion to announce for mayor in the April 6th election. I hope that the campaign will set a tone which will carry on into the mayor's race afterward, and I hope to help set the tone of that campaign. One thing that I am going to stipulate that at this moment I have no campaign funds, I have none pledged, and I have no commitments, and this was on purpose because I am placing an absolute condition, an unalterable condition on any campaign funds collected, and that is that this will be collected only with the understanding that there will be no obligation, no effect whatsoever on any activity of the mayor or the mayor's office should I be elected. And I would like to see the other candidates for mayor do the same thing. The second thing is I want to challenge my opponents to face-to-face combat. All of you know that the usual political strategy is for the person who has name identification or who is the office holder to resist the attempt of his opponents, lesser-known challengers, to face him head-on. I'm going to do exactly the opposite. I hereby challenge each and every one of them to come out, let's face each other, let's tell people exactly how we face, how we feel on all of the issues. I feel the main issues are going to be, at least at the start of the campaign, others will develop, of course, the environment, the economy and taxes, poverty and pollution, and crime. And I'm going to have some ideas on all of these things which will be developed during the campaign. The main thing I want to emphasize is no strings attached to any campaign funds and meet face-to-face with all of my opponents.
Mr. Wise, will you seek the endorsement of either the CCA or the CRG?
I would like to have the endorsement of any organization, providing, of course, it's not really radical in nature. Yes, I would accept the endorsement of either the CRG or the CCA. However, let me emphasize, I would not run on either of their tickets. Crime has a direct relationship to the economy and taxes. I would like to see many of Chief Dyson's requests met, and if the economy does smooth out, and if money continues to loosen and the prime rate continues to come down and the money situation nationally is improved over the next few months, crime would get my first priority.
As mayor, would you endorse George Allen's move to have an anti-lead ordinance in gasoline sales for Dallas?
Frankly, I'm not well enough informed on this particular one. Now, George Allen and I probably would have to be considered the ones who have put emphasis on the environment on the city council so far, but I hear pretty well-informed reports that perhaps the leaded gasoline is not a major offender.
Would Fair Park Music Hall be the least of your concern?
No, I think the Fair Park Music Hall is one of those matters that has to do with my number one concern, which is economy and the taxes. My feeling was, and still is, that to put that much, even of the taxpayers' money that's already been voted, to put that much in on a structure in an area where we don't know what the eventual long-range master plan is just not good business. And also, of course, the fact that there could be a downtown music hall structure is an important facet of that.
Mr. Wise, as mayor of Dallas, how would you approach the city hall problem?
I think some things that have happened lately have indicated rather graphically that having various departments scattered all over the city is very inefficient. I really don't believe that this is Scott McDonald and his people's fault. I think that certainly there is a geographical factor involved here that must be consolidated and be brought back together. The question becomes, do you want that city hall and that design? If the economy smooths out, as I feel that it will, and as I think there are indications now that it will, then I'd like to see it come back before the council to put it back before the voters for the vote, which we had hoped to do before this election.
Then you would like to see it become a reality?
I think we have to have a city hall. Now, whether it should be that design or not, I don't know. This is one of the innovative things I'd like to try. I'd like to get together with some leading local architects and say, show me your sketches. Show me what you think was wrong with the IMP design, if anything. How do you feel it could be more acceptable to the people? If I become mayor, there'll be a lot more communication of this type than we've ever had before.
Mr. White.
as a member of the council, you voted in the minority most of the time. If you were elected mayor and the CCA retained the majority, could you be an effective mayor?
Yes, I feel I've proved that pretty conclusively over the past 2 years. I'm going to be frank to tell you, I think there are going to be some members of this present city council who will find it very difficult not to vote for me. And by the same token, I would find it very difficult not to vote for some of them.
That taxes and economy is a major, possibly the major issue. The city manager's office is going to present the city council with a proposal to establish a garbage fee. Would you vote for or against a garbage fee?
At this time, Mr. Tackett, I'd be against a garbage fee. I think that this, I believe it really is taken by most people who have been hit with garbage fees as being a cover-up for really more ad valorem taxes. I would really like to see luxuries taxed. I've said before, I don't know whether this would be constitutional. I think Councilman Price's suggestion for the airport was a good suggestion. It turned out not to be constitutional. I'd like to see a nickel on every mixed drink if we had mixed drinks, because I think this is in the category of a luxury. Anything of an innovative nature that will take us out of that ad valorem tax structure, I think is good. The property tax has just gotten too much.